Hello everyone, this is VJose32. Let's do this right now. The VJose32 2013 awards. First category is the Bicycle Deck of the Year. The nominees were the Escape Mac, the Sideshow Freaks, the Peacock, the Pluma, the Madison, the Street Art / Comfort 2, the Skull, Table Talks, Everyday Zombies, Favole, Keep It Back, Club Tattoo, Red Plastic Cup, and Nautic Backs. A lot of the decks did not get a whole lot of love, especially the Peacock and the Table Talks and the Favole. Surprisingly, quite a few people actually like the Bicycle Skull, even though it's just a reprint of other decks that are pretty similar. And surprisingly, quite a few people also like the Madison. The Pluma was up there, but the favorite was the Nautic Backs. So congratulations to that. For the Club 808 Deck of the Year, the nominees were the Espionage, the Amber Stag, the Cigar, the Speakeasy, the Griffin, and the Club 808. This was pretty divided, except not a whole lot of people liked the Speakeasy for some reason. However, the favorite was the one everyone got for free, the Club 808 deck. Go figure. For the Fury 11 Deck of the Year, we had the Red Monarchs, the Medallions, the Artisans, the Love Me, and the Blackjacks. And sadly, not a whole lot of people loving the Love Me deck. So disappointing, only 2 people liked it. It's pretty divided otherwise. Surprisingly, more people didn't like the Artisans. It's actually a tie, however, between the Red Monarchs and the Blackjacks, which is somewhat surprisingly, not really, but somewhat, because they're just recolors of decks that we've seen time and time again. I would have thought the Medallions would have done better, but they came close. So we got a tie there, Red Monarchs and Blackjacks. Next, the Illusionist Deck of the Year, and there's quite a few of them. The Purple LTD, White LTD, Madison Rounders, Madison Dealers, Pressers, Ignite, Thunder Artifice, Republic No. 2, the Executive, and the Red Arcane. For this one, not a whole lot of people liking the Purple LTDs or the Executive. And a few other decks also are just not getting that much support. The clear favorite with over 40% of the vote, the rest of the decks had 10% or less, was the Madison Rounders. Big surprise there. Next is the Blue Crown / House of Playing Cards Deck of the Year. We had the Blue Crown Luxuries. And there was 3 different colors released during the year. I believe they all came out this year. The blue, the red, and of course the white. There's the Summer NOCs, the Black NOCs, and the NOC second editions, which I decided to put all separately. The Nauticals, the Bicycle Lefty deck, the White Aladdins, and the Ornates. Not a whole lot of people liking the Lefty deck, big surprise there, or the Nauticals. The favorite was the Crown Luxuries. However, NOC second edition came pretty close, and if I had put the Summer NOCs and the Black NOCs all together, all the NOCs together, it might have been the favorite, but the Crown Luxury was in this poll. Next is Dan and Dave and Conjuring Arts Deck of the Year. The nominees were the Fulton's October, Steamboats, Bicycle New Fan Backs, Ultimate Deck, Bruce Lee Deck, Exquisite, Global Titans, Legends, First Edition, the Erdnace 216, and the Black Legends Second Edition decks. Not a whole lot of love for reprints like the Steamboats and the new fan backs. There you go, Dan and Dave. And nobody loved the Global Titans whatsoever. I wasn't a huge fan myself, but I thought they would have gotten some support, but they got absolutely 0 support. The Ultimate deck came in pretty close, but the absolute favorite, not really surprising, is the Fulton's October. If I was to tell you what the favorite Conjuring Arts deck was, it would be the Legends decks, the first edition decks. So there we go with that. Kickstarter Deck of the Year, we got tons of them. Call of Cthulhu, White Rabbit, Synthesis, Divine, Majestic, Platinum, Blue Blood Redux, Pharaoh, Emperor, Empire, Federal 52, Radical 80s, Venexiana, Deco, Total Eclipse, Calaveras, Elves and Orcs, Steampunk, Cthulhu, Whispering Imps, Royal Optic, Allure, 8-Bit, Voyager, United Cardists, Sultana, Grid 2.0, Posthumo, Urban Punk, Apocalyptica, Amazing Adventures, Bohemia, Medusa, Black Tide, Necronomicon, Ritual, and Polaris. And then there's the Zombie Raiders, Bicycle Amazing, and the Amazing Deck. Those ones I just added on kind of after the fact, last minute, so they didn't get any support. Most of the decks got very little or no support. None of them, only one of them got more than 10% of a vote. And the clear favorite, which was that deck, was the Federal 52s. Not a big surprise there. I just thought some of the other decks might have got more support, but most people like the Federal 52s, and that's not a big surprise. For the small company deck of the year, the nominees: Bicycle Truth Garden, Fontaines, Floral, the Red Tunes, the first edition Verts, second edition Verts, Silver Tally Hole. Sorry if I'm going fast. I know this is going to be a long video, so I'm trying to go fast. So we got the Silver Tally Holes, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde decks, the Venom and Venom Strike decks, Frago Rock for the 5th anniversary decks, the Wrath from Sin Lim, Moonsign, Butterfly, Angry God of Wealth, Bicycle Blue Asura, Babel, Utopia, Fat Boy Eat All Day, Johnny Cupcakes 2nd edition, the Golden Bees, Marc Jacobs Vandals, Ralph Lauren Rugby's 2nd edition, Bicycle Oblivion, No Name Deck, a Rarebit, Firehost, DMC Sarks, DMC Great Whites, Bicycle Oridiru, and the Bicycle Burton. And the last 4 or 5 I kind of added on later, and they didn't get much support. Surprisingly, nobody actually voted for the Firehost. However, the Rarebit did not too badly. Most of the decks got little or no support again. Surprisingly to me, the Wrath deck from Sin Lim did not get more support because I thought it was pretty cool. Unsurprisingly, the most popular ones were the Virtuoso and the #1 deck of the year for small companies, the Fontaines. Not a big surprise there. However, if I had counted the Virtuosos as just one deck instead of 2, they might have been the #1 deck because they got together. First edition and second edition Virtuoso decks got more support than the Fontaines, but separately, not quite enough. For the Big Blind Media and Handlords deck of the year, the nominees were the Exquisite, Magicians Must Die, the Blood Spear Blades deck, the Discovery deck, the Green Assassins, Carnival Elite, Carnival Delirium, Purple Renegades, and the Gold Carnival. And most of the decks were pretty close to no support. The more popular ones were the Gold Carnival and Carnival Elite. However, the absolute favorite, with over 35% of the vote, the rest all had 15% or less, in case you're wondering, was the Exquisite, which is a little bit surprising, but it wasn't a bad deck. If I was to give you the most popular Big Blind Media deck, it was the Gold Carnival. However, the Elite came pretty close. However, aside from the Gold Carnival, not a whole lot of other people liking recolors and the Magicians Must Die and stuff like that. The best new small company, we got TPX Designs, 4PM Designs, Albino Dragon, Alloy Studio, Elite Playing Cards, Uzi, Collectible Playing Cards, Alakazam Magic, Half Moon Playing Cards, The Verts, King's Wild Project, Home Run Games, Vanda, Whispering Imps, Card Experiment, Mana, and Midnight Cards. Again, most of them did not get a whole lot of love. Nobody really liking Alloy Studio whatsoever, or Home Run Games. Maybe you're just not familiar with Home Run Games. Home Run Games did the 8-Bit Bicycles and a couple other decks on Kickstarter. Not a big deal. Alloy Studio, not surprising. Some of the other ones not getting too much love either. I was surprised that, well, Uzi and Elite, they did pretty good. I was surprised that King's Wild Project didn't do better. However, the absolute favorite, TheVerts.com. Good job there. They got over 30% of the vote. The rest had like 10% or less. Less than 10% actually. For the worst Kickstarter deck of the year, and I want to say I would vote for all of them. We had the Bicycle Core, the Bicycle Quicksilver, Bicycle Heads, Bicycle Army Men, Ultraviolet, Asylum, the Bicycle Victorian Adventure, Bicycle Michael Fromer 1616, and the Founders. And most people were not fans of the Quicksilver, the Michael Fromer 1616, or the Founders. However, the one people hated the most, the worst deck of the year on Kickstarter, the Bicycle Army Men. Congratulations, Adam. I guess the fact is people did not like the fact that this guy had a deck ready to go, and he gave up on it when he could have just printed it and given it to people. Of course, I don't condemn in any way taking people's money, producing cards, and not sending it to people, or taking people's money and just not doing anything whatsoever. But taking people's money, getting the okay, getting the deck basically ready to print, and then giving up on it, and then not refunding everyone is pretty bad. But in my opinion, they all suck, and they all deserve the award of the worst Kickstarter deck of the year. So I hate to single out just one person, but I think they all suck. For the worst release or sale of the year, we had the Blue and Scarlet Rounders and Scarlet Dealers nominated because you had to buy 12 to get Rare Deck free. The Red Arcane because you had to buy something and pay for shipping in order for the losers to send you the free deck. The Bruce Lee deck because it just wasn't that great. The Illusionist Cyber Monday sale and the whole meltdown that caused the Illusionist. The GAF system because it was kind of overpriced, and that's that. Overpriced, not that great. Fury 11 overstuffed because of delays that they didn't even mention to anyone. The Nauticals because it was kind of a letdown. The Blue Crown Black Friday sale because of the fact that they had all sorts of checkout problems, and because of the fact that they were kind of promoting and hyping up the White Crown Luxury, but they didn't deliver on it. It's like, you want it, you gotta win it. But we're not selling it. So why the hell is it on the front of all your promotions? Good job. Then there's the Purple, that's another deck, the Purple, but the purple and white LTD decks from Illusionist because, again, you have to buy 12 to get one free, and they're kind of a letdown to me and unnecessary. Then there's Alex Pandia's Stas because, again, they sold out pretty quickly and there was checkout errors and I wasn't able to get any, so I said it's going on the list. And the Blue Crown Rare Deck sale because I'm getting tired and I'm always trying to sell rare decks that are supposed to be rare, and I mean, you don't really see Illusionists selling rare decks like the Red Arcane or the Red LTDs or anything like that, notwithstanding the Gold Arcanes and the White LTDs they did on their Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, whatever it was. Anyways, just wanted to explain some of those a little bit. Nobody was really disappointed with having to pay shipping and for another item for the Red Arcane, or with the Blue Crown Black Friday sale. The Black Crown, that's the deck that's coming up probably, I'm guessing. Actually, there's a Black Crown already, but there might come more. So anyways, like I was saying, nobody is too disappointed with the Red Arcane or the Blue Crown Black Friday sale, or most of the other stuff. Not too many people fans of the Cyber Monday sale on Illusionist or the GAF system. However, the clear favorite with over 30% of the vote, the Bruce Lee deck. Congratulations, Dan and Dave. You did it again. Next is the best club of the year. We had the Illusionist Black Club, the Club 808, a Dan and Dave club, which if you don't know is you pay like $90 a year and you get 15% off your orders or whatever. Then there is the Fury 11 Elite, which is not really a club, but I guess it's the closest thing they have. There's a collectibleplayingcards.com club, which is kind of like the Dan and Dave club. You pay X amount of dollars per year, and you get 15 to 20% off your orders. Then there's the Dan and Dave Deck of the Month club, which is you pay them like $90 a year, and they send you a deck of cards each and every month. And the Blue Crown Summer Club, which was a club they had for like 2 or 2.5 months. You got a bunch of stuff when you paid. You got discounts on anything you ordered, which Most people probably didn't use because there wasn't anything to order. And then you got a bunch of free videos, which I think people are still waiting for. Um, the best club, unsurprisingly, was not the Summer Club, or any of the Dan and Dave clubs for that matter. Club 808 and the Looseness Black Club did come pretty close. They both had well over 20% of the vote. However, the favorite club of the year was the one that cost absolutely nothing and had the most rewards, and that was the Fury 11 Elite, with over 40% of the vote. From there we go on to the worst club. I didn't put everyone down. I did put a Looseness Black Club, the Dan and Dave Club, Club 808, and the Blue Crown Summer Club. It was pretty divided. However, everyone except for one club got less than 20% of the vote. One club got almost 50% of the vote, and that was the Summer Club. Way to go, Alex. Good job. You provided us with the worst value and worst club of the entire year. Don't do it again. And next, we have the worst company of the year. The worst company of the year. The nominees were Illusionist, and for many reasons, because an overpriced club, because they wanted people to pay shipping on supposedly free items like the Red Arcane and the Gold Arcane Uncut, because of their Cyber Monday meltdown and Madison overload, and etc. etc. Then there was Fear 11. Not too many reasons. They did have the delay on the overstuffed, which is completely ridiculous, and still a little bit too much hype on some of the items, but not too much bad stuff to say about them. Dan and Dave, they really didn't have a whole lot going on. They had some reprints, like the new fan decks and the steamboats. They had that Bruce Lee deck that wasn't that great. Not a whole lot of people liked it, apparently, according to my results. And they didn't do anything with the memberships, if they even still have them. And that's that. They just really didn't do a whole lot. And then there's the big blind media, which I guess the biggest offense would be reprinting the same old decks in new colors. Circle City cards scammed a lot of people. They didn't send people the stuff they ordered. Handlords didn't do too much. And the Blue Crown and House of Playing cards, which had a lot of lackluster stuff. The Summer Club was a bomb. The Nauticals was a bomb. The worst company of the year, however, Handlords and Big Blind Media and Blue Crown did not do very well. Circle City cards was the worst, however. For the company of the year, we had Illusionist, Fear 11, Incarded, Big Blind Media, Blue Crown and House of Playing cards, Handlords, and Dan and Dave. Most of them got very little support. Illusionist had 24% of the vote. The rest had like 6% or less. Fear 11, however, is the number one company with 59% of the vote. Congratulations. And that's that. Alright, and then of course we had for the Club of the Year. Or sorry, the Club Bonus of the Year. There was Club 808 deck, Black Club Artifice, Madison Rounders, Red Arcane, Halo Bracelet, Black Club Collector's Box, other Black Club Booty and Downloads, Club 808 Playmore Cards Kit, the Summer Club NOC, Summer Club T-shirt, Summer Club Sunglasses, Summer Club Rubbers, and other Summer Club Booty and Downloads. Not a whole lot of love for Summer Club. Club 808 and the Black Club Artifice were pretty popular. However, the favorites with a tie with 20% each, Madison Rounders and the Red Arcane. And that is what I got. Next year, we'll try to do this again. And I'll see you next time.